day. It's 3 a.m. again, and I'm awake. Not because of a nightmare, not because of a noise, just thinking. Why do I suddenly wonder what my purpose is? Like, why am I even here? What if I'm just a cute character in someone else's imagination? When I stare long enough at the ceiling, it starts to feel like a gateway to a world where answers float like marshmallows. I imagine jumping into that sky. Would I fall forever, or finally land somewhere that makes sense? Sometimes I wonder, does everyone just pretend to know what they're doing? Like, maybe grown-ups are also just big kids, trying not to panic in fancier clothes. What if nobody really has it figured out? We're all just floating, smiling, guessing. I took a break from thinking and got a cookie, because if I'm going to spiral at 3 a.m., at least let it be with crumbs on my cheeks. What if snacks are our only real anchors, like chips and cookies? Maybe they're the only thing that makes sense in this universe. What if I'm not the main character, just background music in someone else's story? I mean, I do have headphones. Maybe I'm just the soundtrack, not the star. And that's okay, right? But also, wait, what if I want more than background? There's a speck of dust floating in my room. What if that tiny thing has more meaning than me? Maybe it's been here longer, seen more nights, floated through 1,000 thoughts I never noticed. Does it wonder why I'm staring back at it? Or is it the only one that's truly free? My headphones are playing lo-fi, and every beat feels like a soft sigh from the universe. I imagine I'm the main track in someone else's playlist. Their 3M overthinking anthem. Is it weird that makes me feel important? Like maybe spiraling has a soundtrack for a reason. I try to stop the thinking, but then I think about trying not to think, which means I'm still thinking. Then I think about that, and boom, thought loop, infinite moo, send help, or cookies. My pillow wants me to sleep, but my brain wants to debate Plato. What if reality is just perception? What if this whole bedroom is a metaphor for how soft the universe can be when it's tired? Pillow says, shut up and snuggle. I remember asking my friend, do you think the stars ever laugh at us? He said, only when we take ourselves too seriously. Now every time I panic at 3 a.m., I imagine stars giggling like sparkly gremlins. And weirdly, it helps. What if sleep isn't rest, but a system reboot, like turning the universe off and on again? Maybe dreams are just loading screens. That would explain why I keep dreaming about floating toast and endless stairs that go nowhere. Weird updates, but okay. Some nights I feel everything all at once. Other nights, just meh. Not sad, not happy, just a soft fuzz of nothing. Is that okay? Or is the universe disappointed that I didn't spiral properly tonight? Maybe even the cosmos gets bored of me sometimes, right as I start to feel okay about existence. Beep beep. My alarm clock goes off. Existential peace? Deleted. Now I'm just a sleepy buffalo who has to pretend I didn't just question reality for 4 hours straight. Sun's up. I survived another episode of Movies. The universe. Do I feel wiser? Maybe. Do I still have crumbs in my fur? Definitely. Guess I'll face the day with a half philosophical, half sleepy vibe. And maybe ask the stars for a nap around 2 p.m. Hey, if you made it through all this, maybe you spiral at 3 a.m. too. Maybe you overthink, question cookies, stare at the stars, just like me. So, let's not try to solve it all tonight. Let's just exist. Weird, confused, curious, and kinda cute. There's a blank wall in my room. No posters, no lights, just wall. But somehow, it triggers more thoughts than any book ever has. Like, what if blankness is full of meaning, and we're just bad at reading it? Or maybe it's just waiting for me to finish overthinking. I looked at the clock and realized 3 a.m. feels the same as 3 p.m. when you don't sleep. What if time is just a trick our brains play, so we feel in control? What if time doesn't exist, and I'm just late for everything in every universe? My brain is a what-if machine. What if I said the wrong thing? What if nobody likes me? What if I turn into a goat? Why is that even on the list? The machine never turns off, and sometimes I think it's powered by snacks. Tonight I whispered to the moon, just, "Hey, you up?" She didn't answer, obviously, but I felt seen. Like maybe she gets it. Maybe all overthinkers are just moon children. Silent, glowing, stuck in orbit. Okay, brain, that's enough for tonight. We spiraled, laughed, questioned cookies and clocks. You win. Let's call it a draw. Shutting down now. But if I dream of a gold philosopher again, please write that down this time. I noticed crumbs on my bed again. From last night's snack spiral, obviously. But what if they're not just crumbs? What if they're tiny breadcrumbs of memory, leading back to every thought I've ever had? Maybe the universe is trying to feed me answers, one cookie at a time. Sometimes I stare in the mirror and wait for the reflection to blink first. Not in a spooky way, just curious. What if the moon in the mirror has the answers, and I'm the one stuck asking all the questions? She looks tired too. Guess we're both just trying to figure it out. Desperate times call for weird mentors, so I asked my lamp, "Hey, what should I do with my life?" It didn't answer, just flickered a little, like a shy shrug. But honestly, that might be the most honest reply I've ever gotten. If I could leave a Yelp review for the universe, I think I'd say, decent vibes, mysterious design, too many unskippable thoughts at 3 a.m., but great stars. Would I recommend? Yeah, but only if you like plot twists and soft blankets. Step 1. Try to sleep. Step 2. Think about time, love, snacks, goats, stars. Step 3. Regret everything. Step 4. Ask inanimate objects for wisdom. Step 5. Make peace with the fact that your brain is just very dramatic sometimes. Step 6. Hug a pillow. Repeat. It hit me. What if I already peaked in nap time? What if my biggest accomplishment was that one time I ate 3 cookies and didn't cry? Is this what they mean by a midlife crisis? But like the toddler version? Someone get me a juice box. Every night I stare at the ceiling fan. It spins. I spiral. It spins faster. I spiral deeper. It's like we're in sync. Are we soulmates? Or is it just mocking me with its effortless purpose? Either way, it wins. I whispered into the darkness, "Give me a sign." And the silence replied, with a random sock falling from my shelf. So I guess the void wants me to do laundry. Not exactly profound, but hey, at least it's honest. You know what? Maybe I'll never have the answers. Maybe I'll keep spiraling over crumbs, clocks, and cosmic socks. But maybe that's the point. To just be confused, curious, and kind, with a cookie in one hoof and a dream in the other. If you're still here, thanks for listening to a tiny buffalo's galaxy-sized thoughts. I don't have much figured out, but I've got soft fur, big dreams, and a weirdly deep love for 3am spirals. See you next midnight. Bring snacks. Psst, one last thing. If the universe ever feels too big, just remember, even galaxies can't beat a warm cookie and someone who gets you. So eat the snack, take the nap, and don't overthink the crumbs. Like, subscribe, and moo with me next time.